What is up, everybody? What's up, savages? Hey, so if you were watching last night, I had a rig that was giving us all kinds of trouble. It would boot, and it's a 8 GPU rig, and only 4 of the GPUs would show up, which ends up that was a significant clue that didn't necessarily, register very well in my brain. But just keep in mind that is a big clue, because I think I have this thing figured out. I don't know for sure. I'm not, I'm about like maybe 90% sure that I have it figured out, but we'll see. Let me show you what I actually have. Actually, let's play the intro first. So let me show you what we have going on. Yeah, this was a tough one. This was really tough. So you can probably tell right away what I have. I have 6 GPUs plugged in, 6 GPUs working. Let me show you that. I'll be able to show you that real quick. So if you slide over to Simple Mining, you can see right there, there's 6 of 8 with 49 restarts. So 0 through 5 GPUs are working. I've got a message here saying that my video is output low. Let me close down some stuff here. I'm actually troubleshooting my streaming machine almost at the same time, because I think I might have a bad stick of RAM in it. So I took some out, so it's operating in a reduced capacity at this point. So maybe that's what's going on with that. Let me close down a bunch of these windows here. All right, I don't know if that will be any better. I don't know if it's buffering. It's telling me that it's probably buffering, but I don't know if it is for sure. And I don't have the chat window up here for some reason. I don't know what's going on, guys. Let me close this. I'm gonna open up new window here. See if I can get just a second. It still says video output low. It's probably because, like I was saying, the memory in this machine is way down right now. But it doesn't really matter. If it's buffering, I apologize. I'm just going to press on and show you what I come up with. Hopefully, maybe it'll be okay in a replay. I don't know. But long story short, as I did do some offline troubleshooting, I didn't stream, and I was looking at things and thinking about things. I ended up swapping out the power supply. So the symptom was 4 of 8 GPUs were not showing up. And we started taking GPUs out, and connecting them one by one, and just to rehash it, this rig was working fine for a very long time, about 10 months, no problems, other than that weird fan stop problem whenever you first booted up. But it just all of a sudden started not working, right? And we added in 1 GPU at a time, and the symptoms we were getting were kind of all over the place. We would get 3 GPUs to work, and then we added a 4th one, and it wouldn't work, and then it would only show up with 2, and it was just a mess. If you watch those videos from last night, it was you know, it's hard. It's, you know, mining isn't always easy, you know, and after lots and lots of troubleshooting, one of the last things I did to kind of lead me down this path that I went was I took one GPU and I plugged it into the motherboard, into, you know, basically PCIe slot 1, or it's probably like number 3 or something, whatever, the first one, and it did not work. Then I took that same GPU, plugged it into the second slot, you know, starting from right to left here, and I'm referring to these right here. I started with that one, and then just worked my way that way with one GPU that I felt pretty confident that was good. And come to find out, every white PCIe slot that I plugged a GPU into didn't work. All the black ones work fine. And that's why you see right here that I have 6 GPUs up and running, and they're all plugged into the black PCIe slots. So it looks like I have a bad PCIe controller on the motherboard. That's what it looks like. And I can kind of, it's probably going to prove me wrong, but I can kind of prove this. So if we go back to, I know I keep showing you Conceal for today, but if we go back over here, so you can see that I have 0 through 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power it off, and I will plug one of those GPUs up to a white PCIe slot and show you what happens. So I'm going to leave this up and running over here because that part doesn't really matter. It'll catch back up once I power it back on. So let me get back over here like this. Power this thing down, and I'm just going to take one random one, and we'll take this right here and we'll plug it up to this white slot, just like that. Turn it back on. Might get a fan stop, and we do, so we gotta fix that real quick. Not fix it, but power it down, power it back up. Actually, that's the server PSU. Kind of weird that it's ramping up like that right away, but so I'm having to restart it because this GPU, this rig has a problem with these Gigabyte Aorus GPU, they're RX 580s, and what I've noticed is if you start it up and the fan stop light on the top of the GPU is on, then that GPU is not going to be recognized by the system. And I can tell it's going to do it by the speed of the fans, because whichever one's going to have the fan stop light on is going to be at like 100% GPU, or I'm sorry, 100% fan RPM. But what you're hearing there is actually the server PSU. So it looks good. So there's 6 without fan stops on. Now remember, I've got one of the 6 plugged into a white slot there. So you saw that it was 6 working. Now it should be, if my troubleshooting skills are correct, then it's going to show us 5 GPUs this time. So it'll be like 0 through 4. And hopefully it doesn't make a liar out of me. And it didn't, because right here you can see it's already updated, because it's already talking, like the rig is already talking to Simple Mining, although it's not actually mining yet. because it's doing XMR stack for CCX, Conceal.Network. So it takes quite a while for this thing to come all the way up and running. But you can see right there, it's 0 through 4. So what I'll do is I will power this down again. And we'll get it, well, I'll switch it back over to the black one. Yeah, I was switching cables, I was switching PCIe adapters, I was going crazy. And I think that one of the really weird, not weird, but the one part that kind of would throw me is I believe that you can get one of the white slots further up the motherboard on the right hand side. I think one of them will work. So that added to the complexity of the symptom, you know, because you couldn't really narrow it down because sometimes it would work. So it was really difficult to troubleshoot. And if y'all are chatting to me, I apologize, but my chat is not up. I don't know why it's not. It's like my, oh, there we go. Actually, I do see you. I do see y'all on there. It's just down further on the screen for some reason. Yeah, I already disabled all the common serial ports in the BIOS. So now if you look at, let me switch back over here. There we go, 0 through 5. So, I think I pretty much nailed it. That only took 2 days. But it sucks because, you know, it looks like it's a motherboard, which, you know, I wasn't really looking forward to replacing that, but that looks like what it is. I'm going to do what I'll do just to, as additional proof, I'll shut it down once more, switch. I guess what we could do, I don't want to throw too many variables in there, but I guess we could maybe put 2 of the GPUs on, you know, the white slots and see what happens there. But I just really don't want to throw too much at it because I think I have it figured out, and I don't want to introduce a variable that causes me to think something else is wrong, right? So let's do that though, just for the heck of it. I'm going to shut it down and take 2 of them and plug them into the white slots. That one there, for some reason, it's pretty tight. Why? So I'm taking 2 of them, just moving them to the white slot right next to it. Had 1 GPU with the fan stop light on. It is the H110 Pro BTC Plus. My favorite board, but maybe not anymore. I don't know. This rig was out in the garage and it was super hot, and it's been running for, you know, 10 or 11 months, 10 months, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, you know, I mean, things happen. All right, so it's already talking, and if you look at what we got here, we have 4. So let's do some math. We took 2 of them and put them in black slot or white slots, and we left 4 in black, and there we go, boom. So I am supremely confident that that is what we have discovered here. So I'm going to shut it down one more time, put them back in the black slots, and probably go get something to eat. So you see this got 4 there right now. So it should come up and have, once it talks to Simple Mining, which is right about now, it should come up and say, there you go, boom, 6 GPUs, 0 through 5. So what kind of sucks about this is you see there's only 6. Wait a minute. Yeah, 6 black, controlled, 6 on one controller and 7 on the other, and the controller that has 6 only is the one that works. So I can't get 7 up and running, but I can get 6, and I'm happy with that for now. I'm happy, super happy that it seems like we've nailed what the actual problem was. So, and last night I was kind of leaning that way. Remember whenever we were jumping all over the place, it was like, man, the symptom just keeps jumping around. We were thinking it was a riser, we were thinking it was the adapter, we were thinking it was a USB cable, and even just today I was thinking it was a USB cable, and I thought I had it. I was like, oh man, this is great. I found what the problem was, but nope. I just quickly discovered that it wasn't that, so I had to just keep going. And yeah, I think that this is it. So bad motherboard, and one will be on the way soon. Somebody, who was it? I think I just saw it today, was saying that you could get a H110 Pro BTC Plus on Amazon for $50, but I looked earlier today and the cheapest one I found was like 84. So I don't know. I'll get on there and look around, maybe even get one used or something. I don't know. I have to get one that'll support 8 GPUs though, is the trick. So it's got to be either one of these or one of the mining, specific boards, which I would probably lean towards just getting another one of these. I've got 4 of these total, and this is the first one I've had a problem with. So anyway, I think I'm gonna land it there. I think that's it. So 20 minutes in, I think we're good. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm a little bit tired from messing with this thing, but I am happy to actually think we figured out what the problem is. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys maybe, probably not. I was gonna say maybe later, but yeah, probably not. I'll see you guys later. Probably tomorrow, not tonight. All right, stay savage, everybody.